I had promised in an earlier video on our 50th anniversary series here of explaining what each of our products were, are, how we got there, and we've talked about the phono stage, and we'll go through the phono stage, the original phono stage again, because I think that's important. But I had said that the Model 1, our very first power amplifier, 70 watts a channel, sold really well. And it occurred to us at the time that, it wouldn't be that hard to turn this amplifier into an integrated amplifier. And that turned out to be, well, let's see if it's kind of stuck together here. Well, you can just see it. The PS Audio Elite integrated amplifier. I don't know why they're stuck together. Well, they're old. And this came from 1983. A few years after this, which came out in 75, 79, whatever. And I think it's important to understand what an integrated amplifier is. So an integrated amplifier is a power amplifier and a preamplifier together. Okay, so you have both a preamplifier and a power amp. So here's a preamplifier and a power amplifier in one box, okay, as opposed to separates. So we knew that we could take the circuitry without having to go through a whole bunch of research from the Model 1 and put it into another box that's even slimmer, add the circuitry we already had from the PS Audio 4 preamplifier that we hadn't yet produced, but it was coming. And so the precursor to the PS Audio 4 preamplifier, which came out in the late 80s, if I remember right, was designed into the Elite integrated. So we knew what we were doing. We hadn't come out with this yet, but this was the first thing that we did as a precursor, right? So one of the things that you'll find in this is that it is not as tall as the Model 1, right? So this is quite a bit taller. So how did we do that? Well, part of the thing that you have on any kind of amplifier are heat sinks, right? You need to have a way to get rid of the heat of the power amplifier. So what we did is a couple of things. We put the heat sinks on the back as opposed to the sides, and we took out the power transformer, okay? So at that time, if you were to buy an Elite, you would have gotten the Elite with an external box like this, that's a little bigger than this, that had the power supply inside of it. That's the big transformer. So that was one of the ways we got this thing to be smaller, is by taking the power transformer out. So this has the power transformer for the preamplifier, but not for the power amplifier, which was in a separate box. So that's how the Elite came. This is a big on-off switch, and a selector switch, and then these are various low-pass filter, high-pass filter, and then you can choose mono, stereo, pretty standard kind of stuff, balance control, and volume control. So the preamplifier circuit in this is very simple. And again, it was the precursor to the PS4H, but the Elite integrated was something we were pretty proud of, and we got it out pretty quick because we had already designed the Model 1. We just took that circuitry, repackaged it into this. We were already working on the 4H, or the PS4, the H came later, and we just combined those two into one box, got that sucker out, maybe, I don't know, it took us maybe 6 months, and came out with the PS Audio Elite integrated amplifier. So there you go. All right. Bye.